The most successful people in the financial world, in the marketplace, they can manage stress better than anybody else. So the more you learn to manage stress, you'll be able to handle success.
Now, Fad, now you, a man of many businesses, diversification is at the forefront of yourself, your actions, your family. Won't you share some insights for the listeners about some of the businesses you're working on and how you make it work, man, with the balance? Won't you share some tips on that?
So, look, business for me, I don't come from business. So that's something I had to take a risk on. I was a professional mental health guy in the state of Oklahoma for 17 years, Melvin. That's what I did, psychotherapy with kids age 11 to 17, where I'll do therapy sessions, clinical work, treatment, and their parents and family in a treatment facility. And then business for me, I took a risk, and then I just learned just by going through the business itself and by the grace of God and just sheer persistence and resilience and just pushing forward and having courage in the marketplace, I've reached a level of success. So I opened a store, a retail store, to sell tobacco related products, cigars, electronic vapor products about 12 years ago. So I was still working full-time mental health professional in Tulsa, and at the same time I jumped boat, so to speak, when it came to retail. Retail is considered one of the toughest businesses on planet Earth. I mean, you're dealing with customers, you're dealing with employees, you're dealing with payroll, you're 1,001 moving variables per day. I mean, literally, it's probably one of the toughest things I've ever done in my life. So I opened my first business, retail shop, 12 years ago, and at the same time, my third kid was being born, and the business struggled. It struggled so much so that at times I would look at my bank account and I have literally $100 in the bank account. Then I had to make a decision while I'm at the gas station how much to fill up my gas tank, and I know I had utility bills coming in for my house. And then my business, it's new, so I wanted to succeed. So the amount of stress, Melvin, was astronomical. It was so high that now I understand when the statistics in America tells you by the 10th year in America, 98 of all businesses that started 10 years ago, they're out. Three-quarters of businesses are out within like 5 to 6 years. And the reason, Melvin, businesses close doors, of course, they tell you, well, lack of cash flow, lack of money, whatever. I mean, that's the most obvious. But the true reason underneath all of that is stress. The most successful people in the financial world, in the marketplace, they can manage stress better than anybody else. So the more you learn to manage stress, you'll be able to handle success. These two words are connected. Like you got to learn how to handle and manage stress, regulate it, how you don't lose your calm, how you stay on top of your body and your health, how you continue to manage your life without getting depressed or anxious or scared. And there are tools there, right? And that's like, I know what I used during those times, and I still use till this day to manage, regulate, and control stress. Because stress will eat you up. It will create diseases, it will create depression, and then you start making poor decisions, and then you don't have energy. And when you don't have energy, you're done.
Wow. You think about, right? Goes back to continuous improvement, right? I mean, there's constant parameters that are affected. Me, you, others out there, and brings about stress, different type of stress, and people handle it different ways, right? So,
I mean, this game of life, they say life has been here or in this planet like, I don't know, 4.5 billion years. Okay, for us human beings right now, me and you and human civilization and all that stuff, it's been around for like, let's say 10,000 years. Okay, King Solomon said it thousands of years ago, there's nothing new under the sun. So the key is, I'm going to tell you what I use. I'm 50 years old. I have 4 kids, 2 in college, 2 still in school. They all went to private schools. They all go to expensive universities. I have a lot of expenses. I have multiple businesses. We travel the world. We help a lot of people. We're involved. We're all over the place, which is fine. And I know a lot of people want that. I have multiple properties. I have houses in the US. I have houses in Dubai. I can go on and on and on. And the reason I'm sharing this, because there are a lot of people who have these things and even more. But that's not the criteria for people to be successful. The criteria is you can have all these things and responsibilities, and you can still be focused, concentrated, calm, super healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. If you cannot do that, there's no point pursuing financial wealth by you paying out of your physical health. That is the most foolish thing that a lot of people do, which is sad because you're kid's going to pay the price. Your wife is going to pay the price. You're going to pay the price. Everybody will pay the price. So my formula for myself, Melvin, what I focus on the most every single day, and you can ask my wife, is my relationship with my creator. What does that mean? Say, Fady, what do you mean? I believe in the creator. So does everybody else. Okay, great. That's wonderful. Now let's go deep. That means I actually sit down quietly, no phone, no electronics, by myself, and I study the word. I study the holy word. And for everybody, it could be any walk of life. I don't care. You could be a Muslim, you could be a practicing Jew, you could be a Christian, you could be evangelical. It doesn't really matter to me. Sitting down and studying the word, that means you are thinking about and meditating about and praying about, I'm here for a short period of time. I'm a spiritual energy in a physical suit for a short period of time. So I'm thinking about that, how that affects my life. So I don't get stressed out. I don't get too attached to the mighty dollar. I don't start chasing things. That helps me be calm, helps me extremely become focused. And even after I'm done studying the word, when I go there in the marketplace, my focus is laser sharp, Melvin, laser sharp. I could make two decisions per day versus somebody's making 100 decisions per day. And these two decisions, Melvin, equal more than 100 decisions that person made. It's quality versus quantity. I sit down, I read the word, I study, I read books, all on the same subject about divine power, about those principles that have been operating in life for thousands of years. I'm trying to think and look outside the small little picture that we all are trapped in. We wake up in the morning, we take our kids to school, I gotta pay a few bills, I gotta make a couple phone calls, just gonna go have lunch, I got this to deal with. That's what most people deal with every day. That's not a life, okay? That's just not. So to step outside of that to see the bigger miracle of existence of this phenomenon that we call life, you have to calm down, disconnect from all business, all materialistic things, all money, all food, and study the word. If you do that every day, what happens is you learn how to control your body better than everybody else. Your thoughts become more regulated. I would even tell you your IQ will go up. And there's research in this. This is not me telling you this. That's why King Solomon said, I seek wisdom more than I seek gold and silver. And he was one of the wealthiest people ever existed. King David, his father, super wise. What is wisdom? What is wisdom, Melvin? What is wisdom? Wisdom is thinking about the big, deep, meaningful questions in life. You sit and you tackle with it. When you tackle with it, you're going to become a better human being. And then you're going to tap into that eternal, powerful energy that we call God, universe, divine consciousness, eternal intelligence. And by you tapping into it, it does something to your brain waves and your frequency and your vibration. So you step out there in the marketplace, you're resilient. You don't get brought down like everybody else. It's like there's an immunity about you. It's like you could be part of the marketplace, but you're not of it. You're like, there's something that is protecting you. And then you get to a point where you're always praying and contemplating, even when you're talking to people. Even as I'm talking to you right now and communicating, my mind is on autopilot, repeating a prayer. That's called conditioning the mind, training the mind, controlling your thought, binding your thoughts so that your thoughts are not running in a million directions, scaring you, stressing you out. And then, you're like, what kind of life? Life is a miracle. It's the most beautiful miracle of all miracles. This is it right here in front of us.
Wow. Amen to that. That's powerful, man. Wow. Thanks for sharing that.
I want people to be empowered. I want people to get better. And then you come out of it actually better, stronger, wealthier, healthier, and more blessed.
Jacqueline and Melvin, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to this episode of Get Diversified. Please make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss out on future episodes. Finally, stop by our website and follow us on social media. Ciao for now. Make it a great day, and we'll see you next time. And remember, get diversified.